Hello everybody and welcome to today's PR Vision custom symbol demo video. Today we're going to show you the new Radar Plot Plus control, which allows you to display your process data, your assets and attributes data on a custom radar chart. Okay, let's get started. So first, what we do is we select the Radar Chart Plus control in the symbol selection pane. And next, we want to select our assets. So there's basically two ways to do this. We're going to pick our assembly lines here. These are templated assets. Then later on allows us to use the asset search criteria to automatically populate the asset data. We could do it manually, but for this example, first we're going to pick line 1 and use the speed value here. Pull the attribute on the display. And now essentially we are presented with a single asset and a single attribute. Now there's two ways to populate my assets. I could either pull in multiple assets here, like line 10 for example, and then like another line. But if most of the time you don't want to do this manually, you want to do it automatically. So what I want to do is I want to right click the radar chart and then say add dynamic search criteria, and after that it will automatically populate my radar chart with my assets from the left side. I can modify the asset search criteria to return all descendants, so also child elements to search, for example. Essentially decide which assets to show, and this will automatically update if you update the assets inside Asset Framework. As far as configuration goes, there's a couple of different options you can do. You can of course give it a title. I would do it like production lines, performance, comparison. For this one, there's a couple of styles that I can use. You can either use polygon style, like circular style, a couple of different grid options for that as well. So now we're going with this setting. I can enable, disable the legend, of course, change the positioning, as well as showing my actual data labels on top of my data. You can change the font size, decide if we want to use like coloring as well, but for now we're going to leave that as it is. Next up, I can decide how I would like my series to displayed. This is in the attributes section, so I can do multiple attributes at the same time. For now we have the speed attribute. I'm just going to select another one here and add that to the chart. I can define things like the coloring, how big the dots should be represented, line styles, widths and everything, opacity as well. And I can even change like the entire scale. So for example, now it's using like an auto scale of the entire range. I can even do custom limits, so I can manually set a scale as well to fit my chart's data properly. And once I'm happy with that, I can leave it as it is. I can move the chart itself, the start and end position, so I can have my first line, for example, set up in the middle like this, so it starts at line 1. There's a couple different options with regards to multi-stating, so what I can do is I can color my data points depending on certain ranges. In my example, I've set them up in the asset framework, so these are dynamic limits that I can use. The same color applies for the data labels as well. So if I'm going to show those, the colored data labels are also shown in the right color. Other than that, what I can do as well is I can swap like the asset category or the scale category. For now, our nodes here at the end are the assets, but I can also do the reverse version, where it's the actual attributes that are shown here. So what I can do is I can then add multiple attributes as well. this. And now I have a chart where the attributes are sitting on the edges, and my actual series data are my assets. So depending on the underlying use case, you can choose any of the settings for that. But for now, we're going with the asset setting. Finally, there's a couple of things with regards to the number formatting that you can change, and that is pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one.